Good morning, everyone. High blood pressure plagues millions of people worldwide. Cardiovascular diseases, bypass surgeries, deaths caused by cardiac issues every single year across almost every country in the world. What causes this? Most people think it's cholesterol, and they link cholesterol with heart attacks, cholesterol with cardiovascular diseases. Yes, cholesterol does play a small role. But high blood pressure continues to be something that plagues so many people every single day, and that could be the number one cause of cardiac arrest, the number one cause of paralytic strokes and attacks in the brain and in the lower body. Stress. People talk about stress and high blood pressure. You get stressed, your pressure rises. The doctors put you on a medication which you probably have to be on for the rest of your life. And that medication is necessary. You need it if you're not going to make lifestyle changes. You need that medicine, which also has side effects and creates other problems in the body. You need it. Your doctors are right. But if you choose to make lifestyle changes, you can get off that medication. Because having high blood pressure is biofeedback from your own body telling you that something's not right. And it all comes down to nutrition. What is that one element that you put into your system every single day which has a direct impact on your high blood pressure, on your heart, on water retention, on bloating, on the inability to lose weight? It is salt. We all know sugar is bad. We know oil. Certain oils are bad as well. But today we're going to talk about salt, because we all know that salt's bad for us and we relate it to water retention, but it can be far more dangerous. And just by focusing on the quality and the quantity of salt that you put in your system, you can reverse high blood pressure. You can reduce water retention. You can start losing weight much quicker. And you can feel energy in your cells, energy that gives you a true sense of well-being every single day. Sodium chloride, also known as sea salt, is the body's most important electrolyte that helps you maintain the osmotic balance in cells. And by now you know cellular health is the most important thing when it comes to immunity, when it comes to the prevention and healing of disease. Sodium chloride, also known as sea salt, it helps the transmission of nerve impulses in the body. It regulates the pH levels, it regulates digestion, it regulates hydration, and it also facilitates the breakdown and absorption of nutrients from the food that you eat into your cells. Sodium chloride. That's sodium. What about chloride? Chloride enables the blood to carry carbon dioxide from the tissues to the lungs so that we can exhale it out. Carbon dioxide is the waste product. We breathe in oxygen, the waste is carbon dioxide. And chloride helps you take this carbon dioxide from the tissue to the lungs to be exhaled out. Now, the more carbon dioxide you have in your system, the less your oxygen saturation levels. And we need maximum oxygen saturation levels at all times for cellular health and great immunity. So in people, when chloride levels fall, you'll find that their carbon dioxide levels tend to increase, which leads to fatigue, drowsiness, a feeling of sickness, and several other internal vital organ issues. Chloride also helps in digestion, and it helps the immune system fight infections. Now, the human body cannot produce sodium chloride on its own, but we get it from fruits, vegetables, sprouts, potatoes, tubes, and a whole load of other foods that I'm going to tell you about. But sodium chloride is extremely essential to the human body. A shortage can cause serious health problems and even death. Sea salt is anhydrous in nature. Now, what I mean by that is it absorbs all the water in its vicinity. Now, listen to this very carefully. Every gram of extra or excess sodium chloride that goes into your body, every extra gram needs roughly 23 grams of cellular water to neutralize it. 1 extra gram of sodium requires 23 grams of water to neutralize it. Now, where does your body get this water from? From your cells. It robs water from your cells. And having too much of salt in your system causes water to accumulate in your tissues and causes something called edema. All of you will be familiar with the terms of edema, also known as water retention. Excess salt causes your tissues to hold on to excess water. because excess water is used to neutralize excess sodium. In fact, one of the natural mechanisms of the human body is to retain water when there is too much of toxicity in the body, because it uses that water to dilute toxicity when the eliminatory organs are not working correctly. And excess sea salt also draws in a larger volume of water into the blood, increasing osmotic pressure. An increase in osmotic pressure in your blood has a direct impact on the pressure of your heart. High blood pressure. Excess water in your blood caused by excess sodium, which needs excess water to neutralize. The second bad thing about this is if excess sodium is stealing water from our cells, even a 1% drop of water in the human body, in your cells, causes fatigue, hair loss, poor skin, inability to lose weight, acidity in the human body, osteoporosis. 1% drop of water. And that is stolen by excess sodium from the processed and junk food that we eat, from the wrong salt that we use at home to cook every single day. Excess salt also has other issues. It causes the hardening of arteries. It puts pressure on the heart, hemorrhaging of blood vessels, and the thickening of your heart muscles. So, sodium chloride, also known as common table salt, is very, very toxic in nature. It has additives like calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, and aluminium hydroxide. Aluminium hydroxide is an alloy that deposits itself in the brain and is one of the main suspects for Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, and even certain kinds of brain cancers today. Now, when salt in the body is high and water consumption is low, so look at your daily life today. You have low water intake and you have high consumption of salt. Your salt will steal water from your cells. Now, when it steals water from your cells, the air element now goes into these cells and can lead to insomnia, osteoporosis, a decline in immunity, and a decline in energy levels. So it's extremely important that you keep your water levels high throughout the day, especially if you're eating junk food. And that's one of the reasons why when you eat junk food like chips or ice cream, anything that has high salt, you feel thirsty. But a lot of us today in our busy lives, we confuse thirst with hunger. And we think we're hungry and we eat more, when all your body really needs is water, stolen by excess sodium in the human body. Now, plants, animals. Animals get their sodium chloride. Like us, animals cannot generate sodium chloride on their own. They get it from the vegetables and plants they eat, which means we should get sufficient sodium chloride from the vegetables, plants, tubers, sprouts that we eat. But we have a problem because the soil is treated with chemicals and fertilizers and artificial chemicals all the time. It gets depleted of sodium chloride, which is why we have salt in our diet as well. But now coming to the right quantity of salt that we need. Potassium chloride, also known as rock salt, also known as Himalayan crystal salt, also known as pink salt, is one of the healthiest salts in the world. And I'll tell you exactly why. It is the most unrefined and the most hygienic salt available on this planet. And sodium chloride is sea salt. Potassium chloride is rock salt. Potassium, the body can dispose of very, very easily, and it's something that your body requires for great digestion, great immunity, and also to relieve constipation. It aids digestion, it aids immunity, and potassium in the system also helps you clean out toxicity, something that sodium chloride adds to your body. Now, potassium chloride is present in most roots, most plants, most seeds, and most fruits, which is an indicator of how we know that natural salt is available in fruits and vegetables, and natural salt is what the human body needs. So the change that you can make right today is moving from sea salt to rock salt. Rock salt is more economical. The iodized salt, you may have a question about iodized salt. Thyroid issues, yes, it's genuine. Iodized salt came into the market when we experienced an epidemic of goiter. But we no longer have goiter, but we've not reversed the usage of iodized salt. You get iodine in plants, you get iodine in fruits, you get iodine in vegetables, you get iodine in sea vegetables. So you get it naturally in a whole food plant-based diet. And yes, of course, if you have thyroid issues, you may have to add additional iodine, which you don't have to get through iodized salt. You can get pure iodine in the form of a supplement. So making that change from sea salt, another bad thing about sea salt pans are found closer to beaches, closer to lakes. And most of the sewage, we all know, goes directly into the sea. So seawater is unhygienic. Now, if we were using salt from deep sea water, it's much more hygienic, but we don't do that. Most salt pans are found closer to land, which uses water closer to your surface areas which are filled with pollutants and filled with sewage and everything else. So it's not hygienic. But rock salt, Himalayan pink salt, Himalayan crystal salt, black salt is hygienic, clean, and contains 85 or more trace minerals that are required for cellular function and immunity. Trace minerals are minerals that the body needs. Every time your hair falls, you have bad skin, you're not losing weight, you go through chemo and radiation, you're on antibiotics, the body is getting depleted of trace minerals like copper, manganese, iron, so many, selenium, zinc. All of these are required to boost immunity. And we can find this in potassium chloride, rock salt, Himalayan pink salt. So make that change today and you will notice a difference in your health. You will notice a decrease in water retention. High blood pressure, please know that if you're on medication, medication is only treating your symptom. And yes, it's keeping you alive if you have a poor lifestyle. But change your salt intake, change the quantity of salt, change the quality of salt. And that's another reason why we always encourage people to reduce the amount of processed food for you and for your children, because you have no control over the quality and quantity of salt that they use. And salt, which is one of the main electrolytes in the human body that can do so much that I just spoke about, is required in the right quality. So you can reverse your high blood pressure, you can get rid of water retention, you can get rid of bloating, you can start allowing your body to lose weight that it's struggling to, when you put the right amount of fuel, the right electrolytes in your system. So make that change right now. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. Thank you.